Hey, Harvey the Silver Fox. We happen to be at our lunchtime training. We're going to do a training about the Twitter Autobot Promoter, the automated management software where you get a free trial. We have Mr. George Gaines in here. He's actually going to give us the training on how to use this Twitter bot. This happens to be located on the directory here. I have a little program where you'll get this directory too if you become a monthly subscriber, where you can promote your Twitter and make money off of it, okay? But this is where I have it set up at, and all I do every day is I come in here and I send this marketing campaign to Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, Pinterest, and a bunch of others back here. What I'm going to do now, George, is I'm going to pause the recording here, and we're going to get you set up and let you take it away. Okay, we have George set up. George is ready to teach you how to use the Twitter tool, the Twitter bot. Go ahead, George.
Thank you, Harvey. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is George Gaines. I've just been given a new name by one of my friends. I'm now called the Prophet of Prophets. So you'll be hearing about that. But let's go ahead. What I've got in front of you right here is the Twitter Smart Manager. And this is a very powerful tool that you can use to build and promote your Twitter accounts. And through your Twitter accounts, you can go ahead and engage your Twitter followers and go ahead and start tweeting to them. And, you know, inside some of those tweets, you're going to start tweeting ads, and every now and then you're going to tweet something of interest other than ads, and then you're going to tweet some ads. So you're going to give them a mix of tweets. That's great, but you know, let's get into this tool here. So the tool has 3 headings. All right, settings and options, run actions, and username scraper. All right, so we're going to look at the settings and options screen first. So the first thing, it's got a bunch of fields that you have to fill in. You don't have to use them all, but I'm going to use many of them here just to demonstrate. All right, so the account I'm going to log into is, I started out to create George Gaines Leads, but it would only let me put LEA. So that's what that is. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in a username. Now, obviously, you can see my username, so I'm asking you not to mess with my account, and I'll probably change the password anyway. So now, hashtag/keyword. Now, this account is about MLM leads. So I'm going to put MLM as one hashtag, and then I'm going to put leads as a second hashtag. You can do that. All right, enter a tweet for everyone. This is a test tweet for my video. All right. Visit. I'm going to tell them to visit my directory. And then I'll put the okay, so that's the tweet that I'm going to be sending out. How many people I'm going to follow? Now remember, this is an automated system, so I'm going to be following 10 people today, and then I'm going to tell it to unfollow 10 people. How many retweets? I'll do 5 retweets. So that means it's going to retweet the tweets that other people have made who I'm following. All right. I'm going to leave the favorites alone right now, and I'm going to tell it to send out 1 tweet. Okay. So I basically set up my screen with my settings and options. Now I'm going to go over to run actions. I mean, this is so very simple and intuitive. First thing we want to do is log in. Now, I've already put my login and password information in to the settings and options. And what this does is it goes ahead and logs me in to my account. Apparently, I've used the wrong password, so let me fix that. And then I can go ahead and log myself in manually. All right, so here we have my Twitter account, George Gaines, LEA. And if you notice, I've got 734 tweets, 1,088 people that I'm following. And this is a relatively new account. So at this point, I've only got 280 people following me. All right, so, you know, the principle of how you work with Twitter is that you're going to create an account for a particular subject matter or niche. And then you're going to go ahead and start following other people to get them to in turn follow you. All right. So what I've done here is I've opened up my Twitter account. I've logged in, and now I'm going to go ahead and tell it to start following users. All right. So let's remember here, I've got 1,088 people that I'm following, and I'm going to follow 10 more. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on follow users. And you're going to see the screen change. And now I'm going to switch over to my actual Twitter account. And let's watch the followers as they change, as they increase.
So George, if you're into wealth and health, you definitely want to try to track down those people who are also in wealth and health. If you're in fitness,
correct,
you probably want to follow. So that hashtag that you put in there at the beginning is specifically targeted towards exactly who you want to follow, and who those, and vice versa, those people want to follow you, right?
Yes. You know, many people make the mistake of going out there and creating an account or a blog or something, and they put 5 different subject matters in that blog. And that's fine if you're just creating a general blog to communicate with the public or with your friends or whatever. But if you want to target people for marketing, you need to target people by their interests. And that's what we do. So let's go ahead and refresh this.
So in other words, you might want to have several Twitter accounts, one specifically for the niche market you're after, right?
That's correct. It's absolutely correct.
Great.
Yeah. All right, now let's go back over here to the Twitter tool. And I'm going to go ahead and click on follow users again. And if you notice, it takes me to a different screen. And now you can see that this is the screen where you go to follow people. And it's blinking, so that means that it's doing something. So now I had 1098 over here. And now it's 1102 that I'm following. So you can see that the system is actually going in and following people for me automatically. Now, for the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to stay on this account, and we're gonna work with it. But what I would do is I would click that followers button, follow users, and go on to something else and come back to it later. All right. So once it completes following people, it will usually give you a pop-up that tells you that it's completed the number of followers that you've asked it to follow, and now you can go ahead and move on to something else. So I'm going to go ahead and click stop all, just to let it know that I want to move on and do something else, and let it stop following. And I'm going to show you how it unfollows users. Now, one of the most powerful things about this unfollow thing is that this little piece of software compares the image that your follower has on their account, or the people that you're following. It looks at their image, and when you tell it to start unfollowing users, it compares that image to the image of people that are actually following you. All right, you don't want to unfollow people that are following you. You want to unfollow people who you have followed. They haven't followed you back, and now you want to go ahead and unfollow them so you can build your account with people who are actually following you and minimize the number of people who aren't. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on start unfollowing users. And if you notice, I'm following 280 people at this point. And we're going to just go over here to the Twitter account. and see what happens when we refresh. It should stop unfollowing people.
Because you want to unfollow, because those aren't the people that are targeted to what your keywords are, right? That's the reason you're unfollowing.
Well, the reason I'm unfollowing them is because they're not following me. So I'm receiving their information, but they're not receiving mine.
I see.
Okay, so that's of no value to me as a marketer. And, it's just cluttering up my account. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those people. All right, looks like it's doing something now. And all right, so we are looking at the following tab, and 1104. Let's go ahead and unfollow some.
Yeah, this is a pretty neat.
And it should be unfollowing. Sometimes it gets, yeah, it is. Sometimes it gets stuck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply close it. And these types of things happen, folks. There's nothing we can really do about it. It's part of the reality of marketing. Now I'm going to go in and open it back up with a promoter. And this is good because when you run into this type of situation, you will know that it's not an unusual thing, and you may have to close it and open it back up.
Okay, George.
Okay. All right. So we stopped the video, and we went ahead and I recycled my account with my app here, my Twitter Smart Manager. And now I'm going to go ahead and start unfollowing users. And it's doing it. 1103, 1102. No, look at the followers here. And you'll be able to see that it's unfollowing 10 users. And remember, it's not just randomly unfollowing users. It's unfollowing users who didn't follow you. And it does that by comparing one image to the other. All right. All right. So as soon as it starts unfollowing, we don't have a lot of time. I just want to show you one more thing. I'm going to go ahead and tweet. All right. So it stopped following. It's completed that task. And now I'm going to go ahead and post tweets.
It does it all, doesn't it? Well,
yes, it does.
Tweet was posted. There you go.
And now let's go over to my Twitter account. If I can find it. Here it is. And let's go ahead and look at my tweets. And there it is. Test tweet for my direct, and go visit my directory. Wants to put the wrong URL in.
Yeah, for demo purposes, it really, that's what you did.
Yeah, yeah. But here it is, and that's what it does. It does one more thing, but I don't think we have time to show that. It actually will go in, and you can choose a person, and you can take all of the followers from their account and follow them. All right.
Now, George, they can always get into the live
username.
They can get into the live training room since we're running out of time, and you can bring them up to date on this, right? Lunchtime training, Monday through Friday?
Exactly.
Okay. With that said, we'll see everybody in the live training room. There you go. That's how we use this little Twitter robot